Anyways, what you been thinking about lately?
What I've been thinking about lately?
Yeah.
Who's gonna listen to every?
Who do you think is gonna listen to ever, bro? Sometimes I think about that too. Just like,
honestly, I think John Dawson's gotta listen to it.
like, have you seen that yet? In your head?
Like John listening to it?
Yeah.
Not yet, but I think I just have this feeling. I know Frank's gonna listen to it. I really want King Kuro to listen to it. At least like Starfruit, that would be cool. Just want to know what he thinks about that.
Yeah, for real.
I want fucking Eves to listen to it. I want Thundercat to listen to it. Gus, if possible. Cuddy. Yeah, it'd definitely be super interesting if all my idols could listen to it. And if not, still like people that are going to get to enjoy it, get to listen to it. So that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So I definitely want Steve to listen to it because I just know that if we talk about it and he just remembers who I am, he'd be like, oh fuck, like it's been a minute.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, bro, like just let me know.
Yeah.
Like him and Toro. I know Toro probably won't, but I know Steve is probably a higher chance.
Yeah.
Could have definitely had that Toro, but fanboys.
I know, right?
Fanboys.
I still be thinking about that.
Yeah, fucking fanboys be ruining everything. Yeah, never fucking fanboy so hard that you lose your composure.
I know, right?
That's all I gotta say about that.
I was digging back through some of my film pictures, and I got back around to like the Brockhampton photos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like so crazy to see all the film pictures out there, man. Like,
yeah. Did you see the one that me and Kevin had together like a long time ago?
I have it on my other computer, but I got to the photo where he's holding the towel, and I took the photo of him.
Oh really?
Yeah, and it was just seeing that, I was like, damn, that was so long ago. Like I was just looking at all the film photos, and I was just like, damn, like we took all these and we didn't have nothing out.
Yeah. Had absolutely nothing, and it was still hot. Like I was on my Imgur, and I was just like putting some images up for just KTT and everything, and I saw like the old Ponderosa like invitations and everything, whole design, and I was like, damn, shit was just way different. Like shit was way different. Like
the invitations.
Yeah, like looking for such and such.
Yeah.
I was looking at those and I was like, damn, bro, like you came far in like a year and a half and just like design. I'm like, it's so nuts, dog. Like,
honestly, we did a lot back then.
Like, I just be thinking about like how much work we don't put in like since we left Cali. Probably like almost 2 years now, yeah. And we put in like a lot of work, like seriously. Like, really just been, really, like, to be honest, really just been like this, like 2019 and 2020, but who's counting?
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, that's fine. I feel like Cali wasn't like super official. It was like Kanye's like first mixtape. It was like that. I think we had that convo. It was just like, yeah, like Cali just was like Kanye's first mixtape and like graduation. Or like Kanye's first album was like our first year making music and the shit. Like that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Just like, all right, bet. Like it was like very, but now it's just like making I was like having to like top that good feeling, but now making Everest, it's still like that pressure of just wanting to get better, but like literally like not even having a plan and then just getting there, just like coming up with a good product and just being like, yeah, I'm just gonna get there, and just not limiting to it. I'm just like, that's incredible Or we could just get there and honestly just not even technical, like mad creative, and just being like, yeah, just trust the process the whole fucking time.
Yeah. I swear, everybody that's coming as technical has just really killed the vibe.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, bro. I just think like at any point I could just hand it off to someone I trust that's technical, or not even just that, but learn it. Like at any point, like them catching up to me creativity wise would definitely take a lot longer.
Yeah. His name's Caleb, right?
Yeah.
I saw him on Kate's. He was talking about somebody about the video he just dropped. And somebody was like, oh, these vocals are, they're off key here in this little bit or something.
Oh, on Caleb's shit?
Yeah. Yeah, he was singing great, by the way.
Honestly, bro. And he was going off.
And he replied, but he was like, it might be the wrong key, but it's the right feeling. Whew. And I'm just like, I really, I don't think people really get that shit. Like, like, I don't know, even though we make shit, like, even still when I, like, listen to shit, I just hear a song, bro. I don't hear, like, a blueprint.
Yeah.
I don't hear, like, how it looks on the audio phase. I listen to music like I've always listened to music, even though, like, we make it now. I don't know how people really break that. Like, I don't think I would want to fuck with anything if I couldn't just hear it.
That's true.
I even looked at some of his older shit. Like, he had this one thread. It was his first thread. He was like, I haven't made music in a hot ass minute, but I just made this morning. I just want to put it out. And people were kind of grilling him, and I was like, this ain't even bad at all.
He's talking about my boy Caleb?
Yeah.
That's crazy,
He
bro.
put like a SoundCloud link, and people were just like, oh, I didn't like that vocal effect or something, and he like, it wasn't even nothing crazy. It wasn't, like, he was singing pretty good, and people were like, it was like this piano beat, and somebody was like, oh, well, I think you could have done a lot better than like a standard piano.
Pianos, I feel like they're more like, at least in the idea stream, they're more like assigned to like pop kind of shit. So I kind of want to just take that out of pop and, I don't know, maybe bring that like back into rap. Like kind of like how flutes right now and like guitars are like really popular in rap. But like, before in or like early trap days, they're like using that like fucking cocaine piano and shit. So I'm like...
I still think
it's still hot.
I think people just like to hate on shit. It's like Bino said. He's got that one line. It's like, not people who hate on me because they think it makes them distinguished. It's like, that's such a whack way to go about like your taste.
Yeah, seriously.
I even as much as I don't fuck with Drake, I still like his music. I can't even front.
Yeah.
Like, just hating this man just to hate him is like, I don't know. It's fucking not worth it.
It's exhausting. Like, I feel like if you didn't know him and he didn't like actually put you in a bad place in life, like currently, then I don't know.
Like other than like what he's done to other people, I don't really have a reason to hate him.
Yeah.
I guess I would just never fuck with him professionally.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's definitely like how some few people feel about like some of the shit like a lot of like the major artists have done, but I don't know, I can't really like pull myself to like hate anybody because of like what they've done. I feel like that's it's like the opposite kind of mentality I'm going for,
Yeah, I was talking about this with my mom this morning, and because the cops around here, they're fucking terrible, bro. And you don't get out, but it's just in town there, bro. Everybody's getting pulled. They're pulling everybody over. It's like end of the month quota, whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I was telling, I was like, yeah, as a people, we don't really even need cops. Like, because I don't know if you ever called the cops when something happened to you, and they're like, yeah, we can't do anything. It's like they can only do something when they want to do something. Yeah. When it's like to their benefit. So what are they even here for anyways? And piped up. He was like, well, but if we didn't have cops, all the criminals, the people that do this or that. And I was like, but what defines a criminal though? Like, what is a criminal? And he was like, well, somebody that steals or kills. And I was like, well, you've stolen, you've killed things, little animals or something.
That's
true.
True.
Are you a criminal? He was like, no. I was like, all right, so what's a criminal? Is it just being convicted, What makes you a criminal? And, it's just going into this whole, it's like, we only had police because we've always had police.
Yeah.
We don't even know another way.
Yeah.
As a people, I don't know. There was a point in human history where we had sticks and rocks and we were good.
Yeah.
It's just that humans have been like pulled mentally to this point of like having temptation and sin in our lives. And I kind of think of it, I was talking about it in terms of like, animals, because it's like, if you look at dogs, they don't just go out and fuck each other up for no reason.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But if you take this dog and you put it in an aggressive state where you can take its mental state like to this point of like sin or like doing fucked up shit, then that dog's gonna start going out and fucking shit up.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know, bro. I really can't fuck with this idea of police at all. I don't see the need. If they're just out here giving traffic tickets, like, can't we just like...
Well, that's just like the police around here in fucking it's like whenever I lived in Colorado on Highlands Ranch, it's the same thing, bro. It's just when you live in a place where it's like you actually might not need police, like it's not, let's be honest, it's not dangerous. Like there ain't gonna be like the super crazy shit to happen, shootings all the time or robberies, or like just being honest, bro. But like that's why people don't feel like cops aren't doing enough here. Like I felt the same way in Highlands Ranch. I'm like, bro, I'm the only one of the only black kids fucking going to school, and like out of all these like black families, like I'm one of these that just live here, like it really just feels like everything is just good regardless. Like I don't even see cops, like I don't even, you know what I'm saying? But that was way different because when I lived in New York and I lived in Florida, it was like this feeling of, it's different, bro. Like it was like when we lived in Lancaster, it was like this feeling of like maybe, and it's like, I don't know, like, I mean, I'm not gonna say I trust police, but I know that if I randomly just got mugged and one was down the street, I know I'd hopefully he'd see me to fucking help me out. If not, well, fuck him. But all I know is that the difference whenever I was growing up, seeing like cops in a place where it didn't really need it, and places where it was just uncertain if we needed it, it was a way big difference. Because it's just, you don't know, and you could either take it into your hands or depend on the cops. But it's always like that situation, like if you don't have a means to handling on your own, then you might not have enough time to do that, or they might get there and it's already too late. So it's just like,
well, don't you think people would just kind of hold themselves differently if we didn't have cops? Don't you think like things would still function if we didn't have police?
Yeah, it just depends on the areas, bro. Like
I mean, like if we just never had police, if people came about in existence, and we just never had police.
Yeah, bro. I think it comes down to like, watching over your neighbor. Like when I first moved here to Houston, bro, we were just fucking rolling up, like me in the car, and we're parked. It was like her friend's house, and we're just parked there. And I remember like she had told me like it was like, bro, it was like 5 minutes, bro. Like literally 5 minutes. She was like, we need to roll this up and go, because people here, if they see like something that they don't know, they will watch over it like if it was theirs. 6 minutes, we fucking leave, we roll, dip. A minute later, it's like one of those movie scenes, whatever, cars, the car that comes out the bank robbery goes one way and the cops are going it was just like that. And I guess their neighbor had called the cops on us because we had been there so it's like, I think it's one of those things where it's like, if there wasn't cops, everyone would have to be watching over each other's shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone would have to be accountable over something, It would have to be like a total form. That's the only thing that would make sense to me.
I think that's a way better functionality than what we have now. You know, I think that brings like unity in the perspective.
Yeah.
But when it's like, I could just call the cops. Now it's like, it's you against me with this guy in the middle, you know?
That's true.
Or with this guy that has a gun. So if you pop off with the guy that has a gun, you know, you just might not be my neighbor anymore.
That's true. And it just depends on the cop too, because the cop might not understand what happened and why you're upset, and might take the guy's side because you're upset, or politics might come into it, like you look like this or that, and that person in the middle might just be more on this side because of how they're reacting, how they look. And so it's like, when they get that like mediator of that's not really a mediator, it's just really not gonna work for the benefit of just overall good.
And then we were talking about like what do you do with criminals? And I definitely don't think the right response is to put, you know, fucked up people around a hive of fucked up people. You know, because it's all mental influence.
Yeah.
If this fucked up person is daily around people that are also in a fucked up state, all these people are just going to get more fucked up collectively.
Yeah.
There is no get better around fucked up people, you know?
That's true.
So the only real way to even start to make somebody better is to put them around better people, you know? And just
That's
like
true.
cut out all the fucked up people. You know, it's like my family, bro. It's like, you know, can't stop doing meth, you know, because all she has is, you know, meth people in her life, you know, and she won't cut them out. You know, it's like, she married, he's, I don't want to call him an addict because he's clean now, but you know what I mean? Like, he was an addict. He comes from meth, you know what I mean? So that's always going to be there. It's like, you can't expect this person that lived this one way to come out of that way of living if they're always connected to it, just even by the smallest thread.
That's true. There's that influence is always there. It's like if your grandpa was like always like going to do this, your dad always did this, it's like a high chance that you're definitely gonna do it.
You know, like I'm saying, bro, like influence is really important. Like if you see characteristics of somebody that, you know, you don't want to have, you gotta like just not be around those people. You know, even if it means being lonely, even if it means like I don't have any friends, it's much better to have no friends than to have like shitty people around you.
That's true, because people don't understand that being alone and lonely is not a bad thing. It's just sometimes you have to just ground yourself and just protect your energy. And once you protect your energy and you're just going back to how you really are, you just start to see like, yeah, that's not me, or I wasn't me, and I don't really act like that. And you start to see like sometimes how the energy comes with people that are like trying to like throw that off balance or just do something completely different with your energy. So it's just like, you just gotta like go back, start over, and just say fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna not talk to anybody. Like, I'm just not even gonna be on Instagram. Like, I'm not gonna be on my phone. Like, like that's what I was just doing like a couple weeks ago, where I was just like, man, I'm gonna just leave my shit like open, like just it's over there, like on the other side of the room. Like, I don't even care. Like, if anybody needs to contact me, I'll contact them for like this hour of the day that I'm gonna use my phone on. And that was just it. You just hit that super dopamine reset, and you're just like, I feel like life is just more than really like anything that I'm just really seeing. But if I get off the internet for like a couple days, it'll feel like everything just reset, and I could just look at everything completely different.
Yeah. I feel that. I try to keep like a hour after I wake up where I'm not on my phone. Sometimes it's hard because like you know, sending clothes back and forth to people, you know, they hit you with, you know, you wake up to a message like, I gotta deal with this now. But I still like really try for that. And it's like having your life attached to a screen is so whack.
Yeah.
It's so, and like you start to realize that when you detach, like be away from your phone for like the first time in a long time.
Mm.
And really, this is the first time I've been on my phone in a long time this past few months.
Oh, really?
Like, I mean, like I have been, you know?
Oh, but you actually doing something with it, though.
Yeah, but it's still the same thing. It's still like dopamine and all that, you know? So
Oh, true.
it's like, you know, now that I notice the effects and I can see them play out, it's like I start to get into like a deep hole of the internet. And it's like you ever be on the internet for so long, you're like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
Like I can see like the pathways now. Like if I click on this, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I start to stray away from certain like visuals and images and like sounds. Like, oh my god! And sometimes I just fall into it, bro. Like the other day, I was deep in Instagram and I forgot how I got there, but I got to this guy's page and he was making music, and it was really bad, bro. It was like this guy out of like Kentucky or Tennessee or Alabama, one of those, like y'all shouldn't be making music type shit. Like if you're gonna make music, like get out of that state and go somewhere else to make music.
Yeah.
And it was like this white kid with this ginger beard. He had a whack ass name.
Oh.
And they were like making shit, and they had this one guy he was making music with, and they had like a doc tape, and it was really bad. And I just kept going deeper. I was like, it can't get worse. It can't get worse. It got worse.
It just did.
And then when I finally snuffed out, I was like, I don't even want to look at my phone.
Yeah.
The fact that something that whack is out there, I don't want to hear nothing for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, like no screens. I'm just gonna like get high right now. I'm just gonna go outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something completely different, dog.
God damn, bro. Yo, when I hear whack shit, it makes me feel like I absorbed like whack knowledge. You know, like I took something from that, and I'm like, I don't like that. You know,
I could definitely feel that. Like, I think that's why like last like few years I ain't really been like going after like too many like females like that, because it's like the same internet thing. Like it's so different. Like let's say if you see homegirl on the street and you're like, damn, like she looks good, like I want to talk to her, and then you get her Insta, and then you start looking through it too much, and then you start realizing like, man, you're just so like completely lame. Like I didn't want to know this much. Like I wanted to do the minimal with you, like the minimal maximum with you, and I just knew too much. And like sometimes it just gets like weird when like, you know, you're like meeting someone and then you just go on their like socials and they go on your socials, and it's just like, damn, bro, like I on my shit, like whole Kyba thing, I don't have nothing personal, so it's like everybody else got like their fucking grandpa, and I'm just like, yo, this shit is
I can never do that.
It's so awkward for me. Like I feel so deep. I'm like, damn, bro, like I knew this person's fucking grandpa in Edinburgh. Like shout out Willie. Like
yeah. Oh my god, for real.
Like it gets like the internet is just like so like weird in some aspects. I'm just like, and like they normalize behavior like that, but I just know truly that when all that happens and I'm like not interested in the girl anymore, I'm just like, yeah, that was weird for me to like know so much. Like,
yeah,
like if I only like, let's say my intention was only to just go out, smash, bah, like I did way too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I learned way too much, and it wasn't necessary.
See, I don't like people knowing that much about me. That's why like I've never been a fan of putting family photos up. Don't fuck with that. It's like I don't like if people know how my mom looks.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like if people know how far my family. That's weird.
Yeah.
Like that's I got the photo books.
Yeah.
You know.
It like it's there. Like there's no fronting or like need to like post it up like super.
It's
bad.
not that there's anything to hide. It's just like, yo, that's me though. That's my family. Like that's not for anybody else.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's not like a shame in my family or nothing, but it's just like y'all don't need this. Yeah.
like this is for myself. It was like whenever Kevin had his whole like family thing going on like on the show, and he's like, yeah, they don't want to like I don't put them around this because they don't want to like, you know, be around it, like their whole life is different. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of like how I feel. It's like my whole life is different. I don't want to put them in this, like they have their own life and everything like that. So
it makes me wonder how Kanye does it, really.
I just think at a certain point you really can't hide it or like put it back anymore, and you're just like it just doesn't make a difference. But I know your immediate family will always be like up in the forefront, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe not like your cousins or like your like second, or like maybe like other people in your family, you know what I'm saying? Like but like maybe, you know, of course your wife and your kids are always gonna be up on there. So
well, Bino does a good job of hiding it.
Yeah,
I don't know who he's, you know, married to or has his kids with, you know.
I seen his wife before. I don't know her name like that. I seen her a couple times, and
I mean, Chance did it, and that was whack.
Yeah. But I think like out of all, I think Bino's girl is like really low key. Like she's very low key. It's not like she's like one of those girls where it's like, yeah, I'm doing like modeling shit on the side. I'm just like I don't
think Bino could ever be with somebody that was in the same field.
Yeah.
I kind of feel the same. Like I don't think I would ever want to like marry anybody that's like out where I am. Because that
like an actress.
You know, like and I still have like crushes on actresses and like singers and stuff, but I just feel like when I think about that, there's a crossroads.
Yeah.
And if I'm talking about like marrying somebody, like you put the ring down, you know, and we sign the paper, like there can't be a crossroads in sight.
Yeah.
You know, that's too much for me. Like I would probably date an actress, but I'd want to like spend my life with somebody that like, you know, catered to that side of me.
Yeah.
Catered's like the wrong word, but like, you know, it's like your family. Like you separate your family life from like your art, and there's a reason for that. You know, it's like when I want to come and spend time with my family, like I try to keep like all the art out of it, just because it's, you know, like that's real shit, you know, family shit. Like every time I talk with my mom and them, it's like it's real close to heart.
Yeah.
I guess I would just want to spend my life with somebody that was just real close to heart. You know, and
that's fair.
Yeah, and not just like real close to the internet. You know, or the screen.
That's true. Like I feel like the person would have to like go through that stage already and just be like, yeah, I'm off that, like, or not as much, or whatever it is. Like there would have to be something of some type of understanding for me to just be like, oh, okay, like this isn't a factor or anything like that. I definitely feel that. Because I mean, I feel the same way. I'm like, your boy don't have celebrity crushes. I feel like by it's all said and done, like Kyba Morales, fucking 80 years old, finna have like the fucking book, like Lindsay Lohan, like all the fucking names and shit. It's like, yeah, that was it. Like, all I know is like if I had to marry a singer, I would definitely be Sabrina Claudio. Like that's
shout out Tommy Genesis. Shout out Charlie XCX.
For real though. Like wifey's only, like, you know, most would just be like, yes, man. I'm like, nah, bro. That's a wifey. Like what?
I still see that crossroads with them, which is such a.
It's hard, bro. Yeah. It's definitely hard because I'm just like I understand that too. I'm like, even me saying like yeah, like I know there's an ultimate crossroad there. Like
just because like all this screen shit is just temporary. This is really such a blip in our existence, anyways. Like screens themselves are still new.
Yeah.
Barely not even 100 years old, maybe.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe just coming up on 100 years. You know what I mean? Like, so like even like recorded music is still a new thing. So
yeah, that's true.
It's like if all this shit is still new, like it can't last long.
Yeah, or it still has a long way to go, really.
Yeah, you know, I still think there's something beyond screens, and then something beyond what's beyond screens.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, we really just get this 100 years to try.
Yeah, for real.
You know,
Because I mean, it's like one of those things where it's like when Steve was thinking about the iPad, like they barely even had computers back then, and if they did, they were like not accessible to like everyone at the time, or you just have to be rich or go to like this school or whatever. And now like whatever that is beyond screens, like it would have to be like somebody's thinking of it right now.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
Like someone is out thinking about it right now and just being like, yeah, 20 years from now, like screens are not gonna be, or they're gonna be different. You know, like they're not gonna just could be this thing we look at, or just completely different. I don't even know where it could go. You know.
Yeah.
So let's say it. Let's go to the future. Feel the future.
Seriously, I guess I think that's what a lot of artists don't do though. Is they, at least nowadays, they don't think of the future.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't back then either. I could see how, if you're like an artist in the 70s or 80s, how you're not thinking about the future, because you're in the future. You know?
Yeah.
And we're in the future too, but like
they believed it though.
Yeah, it's easy to believe it nowadays too. I guess it's just a lot of nostalgia. I just don't think too many people are worried about lasting.
Yeah.
Like being immortalized in their work.
Yeah.
I think that's what's important to me, is like leaving a stamp.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not for like ego reasons, but like, you know, like we're gonna talk about Shakespeare for forever.
Yeah.
Seriously. Know? Like, always gonna be relevant.
Mm.
I'm trying to have that.
That's true.
You know, always gonna talk about Steve Jobs, even though he's like recent. You know.
He's still gonna be. I guess we won't really know how long he'll be around, but you know, probably as long as Mozart or anybody that did something really, because you know everybody has their own generational icons that just last, and as long as Apple don't go down, then Steve ain't gonna go down. And regardless of like Apple going down, like iPhones, Apple products are they're hella innovative and they have great design. Like
yeah, it's just at some point, even if we don't use them anymore, they're gonna be timeless artifacts. And I just want to make things that are like that. Yeah. You know, like
DeLorean.
Yeah, you know, they don't even make those, but it's like when you see them, it's like, you know, I don't, you know, I know what time this is from, and I want to sit in that.
Yeah.
You know,
we all see it and we all understand what the fuck it really is. So we're just like, yeah, that's fucking 88 miles per hour.
Yeah.
That's the boy.
So ever December 27th.
Yes, sir.